LoveLine.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. This is LoveLine. LoveLine. With Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What's that number again?
1-800-LOVE-191.
Oh, yeah.
191, Drew. What's going on, my brother?
What does Quagmire say? Giggity.
What's going on there, my friend?
Not much. What's up with you?
Doing this new TV show.
This TLC thing. How's it shaking out?
It's good. Tearing into a house. Tearing up. Storyline is I'm buying my dad's old house I was in junior high and high school.
Oh.
Tearing it up and building it and selling it. And I'll tell you, you know how I have just ice water in my veins?
Yes.
And no soul?
And no pulse.
Yes. There are advantages to it,
Oh, I know. You never get upset about anything. They just get angry once in a while.
They keep saying to me, what's it like tearing into your old house, your old room, the room you grew up in?
I was wondering the same thing. It's like asking your dad what it was like to move out.
Yeah. It's like, I have no fear. I don't think about it. It's just wood. It's like, is that weird? No. Not standing in the room that you were in junior high? No.
Destroying it? It's just going to be a memory. It's never going to be a place anymore.
No. Well, it'll be master bedroom now. Yeah.
It'll be a place. It won't be the place you grew up in.
Yeah. Don't care. And here's the thing. Don't think about it ever. But here's the thing. I do, and I should have started doing it because there was an add-on on the house. And we're trying to figure out what year it was added on, and the work was done, and we busted open one wall, and we're just standing there like out of a movie saying, geez, I wonder what year this was, 50s, early 60s. And right in front of us, just in big pencil written on the backside of a piece of drywall, that was facing us in the wall, in the bay, said Remod, 1958. And the guy's like, Bob Johnson.
Wow.
The guy just took a big fat construction pencil, signed his work, put the thing, and it was a time capsule.
Wow.
Like he knew, and I've run into that before.
Wow.
I've done remodels where you run into newspapers and things that people sometimes intentionally or unintentionally leave behind, and I have come across like 2x4s that were like signed by the guy with the date next to it. So, 50 years ago, and I'm sure Bob Johnson's dead now.
And I know you and your ice water veins, and you'll have none of that.
No, I looked at it and I thought...
But you'll be not signing your work.
No, never have. No, I've never done that.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No, I've never done that. But here's the thing. You should do it. It is kind of cool because houses probably get torn up about every 50 years.
Yeah.
And it's about long enough for you to be in your 90s. And they will find your name and the date next to it. And it's kind of cool for them to find out, for us to find out exactly what year this thing went down. I had to put the guy's name in a computer or something, try to find him, see if he's still around.
That's a good idea.
Yeah. All right, write that down.
One of the very exciting things tonight, we have an iTunes giveaway. First 10 callers that get on the air win an iTunes gift card valued at $99. For those of you who are 18 years of older, the first 10, and then get on the air.
I'm going to get my car wired up for that iPod.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
There's a device. They hardwire it in.
Wow.
Now, see, I got the cradle. I got the cradle with the gooseneck.
Yeah.
Do you have that thing?
No.
The cradle with the gooseneck thing is pretty good. Got that kind of universal goosenecky thing. Plugs into the cigarette lighter.
Yeah.
Has the cradle. You put the iPod on the cradle. Goes through your stereo system. Yeah, cool. Seems good, except for I have a car where the cigarette lighter, which is no longer a cigarette lighter in a car, it's this AC adapter, basically.
It's a phone cord.
In my particular car, it is between the two seats behind me.
Oh.
It is. So, Drew, as you drive, the gooseneck thing is here. We'll go out and sit in my car, and you will laugh like a hyena. So now you're driving down the road, and you're trying to change a channel, and you have a choice of going sort of backside with the right hand, which will never work, and the thing just falls over, or sort of reaching across your... It's actually behind me. So impossible to use. So I passed these signs on the boulevard. It says, iPod, hardwire iPod system installed, $99.
Wow.
All right. I mean, you don't get the iPod, but Drew, you should do that.
Yeah.
You get your iPod.
Can you use the shuffle? Whatever.
You do, I think, whatever, but you just get it hardwired.
Yeah.
It's in your car hardwired now.
Cool.
Except for when I call up, what kind of 2002? $449.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like, why do you always have the most expensive version of everything? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
$99.
That's for an Impala.
It's up 400%.
Yeah.
That's a 66 Impala. Yeah, for you, $449. So I'm going for it anyway.
It's bait and switch.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
Literally a millionaire, though, so I don't care. Back up.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about the Michael Jackson thing tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on a second,
look,
Becca.
I'm the only guy in the world. I was working all day, and because I'm on a construction site, and got to have the radio. Can't have the radio on because they're shooting. It doesn't work right. Even though that's the first thing you would have on if you're on a construction site. I didn't hear a thing until I got home, and that's all over.
Well, let's talk about it after a couple calls.
All right. I don't know what's going on. Becca?
Yeah.
19?
Yes.
True, by the way, I punched Becca up 10 minutes ago. Just going to talk about the Michael Jackson? Oh, yeah, hold on. Yeah, I don't know about that. What's going on? Well, let's talk about it after we take the call. Awesome radio. Becca?
Yeah.
What's going on?
What's up?
Well, number one, okay, my boyfriend is a virgin and he's almost 22.
Mm-hmm.
And what made me call is because Dr. Drew was talking to whoever was on before LoveLine about how Rivers from Weezer is celibate and didn't have sex for 2 years and how, like, he'd have wet dreams and stuff. And so it reminded me of my boyfriend who... This is really funny because, like, we'll not be doing anything and he'll just come.
He must be raping.
All right. Well, it's he's a man of passion, unbridled passion.
Yeah, and unexpressed passion, most importantly.
Yes.
Well, I mean, like, we'll be cuddling or something. I mean, it's not like he's just standing there and all of a sudden, like, shoots out, but,
yeah. All right.
He's very into you.
He's very into you.
Well, I'm planning on marrying him. Like, we're in love and everything, whatever. But I'm just wondering if that, like, every time we have sex and we're married, it's going to be like he goes in, he shoots it out, and then it's done, and I don't even get anything out of it.
Yeah. Well, that's what marriage is about, sweetie. Get used to it.
Maybe he could do things a couple times.
Who knows? You've never. How far have you gotten with this guy?
We haven't really done anything like one time in the heat.
You'd be surprised what you can kind of work out. You know what I'm saying?
How do you know you're going to get married? You haven't even seen his ding-a-ling.
I am Mormon, so we don't do that before we get married. And so I've had sex before, and he knows that I've had sex before.
You Mormon?
All right.
But yeah, we're both Mormons. And so we're not going to
Hold on, I like that. It's like, I'm Mormon, and I don't do that kind of thing. Now, I've had sex before. He knows I've gotten it on with,
12 guys.
12 guys. I've pulled a train. Sure, I've done, double DPs. But he knows
not with him.
I'm Mormon, and I don't do that sort of thing. It must be nice to be religious, by the way. Just get to make the proclamation like every 20 minutes.
Have technicalities.
Yeah, I'm Catholic, and so, killing a man wasn't exactly first priority, but I did it. I'm Catholic, and I don't do that thing anymore because I'm Catholic.
You've been forgiven.
Yeah, I've cleansed myself. Yeah, I'm Mormon. I don't do that kind of thing with him. I did that kind of thing with other guys. Yeah, awesome. No, that must make him feel great.
No. What happened was I didn't go to church for a long time, and so that's when I had sex. But I started going back to church, and it's been years since I have.
Fantastic for timing for him.
Yeah,
okay.
Again, that still, I'm sure, delights him even more.
You got back in touch with your Mormon faith.
Exactly.
All right, and out of touch with his wanker.
Or anybody's.
Or anybody.
Pretty much.
All right, Becca, you guys will kind of work this out. There is
punchy Mormon.
There is a medication coming that will prolong a guy's.
He's fine.
Well, it's just coming in about a year. That'll be pretty effective. though it only kind of doubles or triples the time. And if he is shooting off before he gets his drawers down,
Yeah.
Yeah,
What have you done with him?
That's my only worry is that, like, when we, finally get to the point where, we're married and on our honeymoon night, and, like, I come out and I'm, like, naked, and he, goes off and without even, like, doing anything.
Hey, Becca, he can do that more than once, okay?
Why don't you see how much weight you can pack on between now and the honeymoon? Slow him down just a little bit. All right, there's a goal.
There you go.
All right,
something to
baby
work
doll.
towards.
You'll be fine. When are you getting married? When are you getting married?
We are not officially engaged, but we're thinking March, so...
A year.
Okay.
That's the plan.
All right.
You Mormon?
You're thinking of getting married in March.
Yeah, March.
Okay. And see, look, here's one. I'll tell you one of my problems. She's 19.
Yeah.
She's got to hurry up and get married because she wants to have sex with this guy
I
because
know.
she's in love with him.
That's the way it used to be.
I know it's the way it used to be. It forces people to get married at 19 and 8 months.
Because they're dying to have sex.
They're dying to have sex. First off, who the hell knows what this guy's like? Who knows what their compatibility is like?
Yeah.
I'm not into that thing where you have to, look, I don't think you got to boink your old lady before you marry her. I would say you have to boink 20 other old ladies and then marry one that you haven't boinked. Am I right, Drew? Sad to say,
That's
but you know
the
what
era
I'm
in which
saying?
we were raised. Yes, that's what you'd think.
No, I just mean as a guy.
Yeah, I would think.
As a guy, you're better off having a series of relationships, some long, some short, couple of one-night stands, just a whole sort of, that mixed cereal box, Drew?
The
little cereal
packs,
boxes, the
packs.
variety pack.
Variety packs, yes.
And Special K, ironically, that's the fat chick. That's the one you don't really want, but you still you've had it. You know what I mean? Yeah. What are you going to do? You ate the Sugar Smacks. Fruit Loops are gone.
Sugar Pops.
It's Monday morning, and you need some breakfast.
The Product 19 came out.
The Product 19. Time to bust out the Product 19. All the sugar in the world, all the bananas in Cuba ain't going to make it taste like anything other than Product 19, which still you got to get into it. Point is, we've all had our Product 19.
Yes.
And
heavens, yes.
But what about the Sugar Pops? You want to do all?
Well, why just guys? Why not girls too? Women?
Yeah, different biology. Women got a little. Women have some of that too, though.
Yeah.
Women, actually, no. It's bad when women have sex before they get married because they hold it against the new guy. The other guys don't do that.
What?
See, chicks would be like, oh man, I had a boyfriend in college. He was, he was hung like a thermos. This guy, or he used to go down on me for days. This guy, or this guy go all night. They can, we hear it every night, right?
Yeah.
They're going like, I got a new guy, and we've been married for 2 years, and this guy busts a nut in 2 minutes, and my old boyfriend used to go at it all night, or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Guys don't really do that. Guys just have the, I miss the variety.
Yeah.
I miss being out there.
You're right. You wouldn't have stopped here if you didn't like it.
Yeah, we stopped here and got married because we liked what we saw or felt or tasted or whatever.
Yeah.
But we missed the moving around part.
Yeah.
They will actually hold stuff, even emotional stuff. The guy was sweet as sugar. He used to make me picnic baskets and all that kind of crap. He sung. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
So that's why they shouldn't.
Yeah.
Where was I, Drew? Yeah. Variety pack. Go through life, do that as a guy, and then just find someone you're into emotionally and get married. Good enough. I'll buy that.
Okay.
All right, let's talk.
You got ahead of steam tonight.
Let's talk to James.
Oh.
24?
Yep.
What's up?
I had a question about the difference between epididymitis and testicular cancer, like the feel of it.
You're not geared to know the difference.
Yeah, well, I want to know if there is like a definite difference that you can tell like by yourself.
You can't tell by yourself. No way.
I went to a urologist, and
how many times do I have to say that to him?
Well, what did the urologist say?
Okay.
Well, they said that it was probably epididymitis. I mean, they said it definitely wasn't cancer.
Right. The doctor can definitely tell because he's felt hundreds of testicular cancers.
Right, but I mean, like in the future, like if
you can't tell. You can't tell. You can't tell.
Right.
You can't tell.
but
You can't tell. You can't tell.
but
If you feel something growing in your testicle, you need to have a doctor check it out.
That's what I'm asking. What I'm asking right now is, I don't know the feeling and
what the doctor's looking for
going to the doctor
is that the cancer will feel like a rock, like a pebble. And the epididymitis, you really almost doesn't feel like anything, just a thickening of the spermatic cord, and you couldn't even find
that out.
No,
I can't. You tell me I can't find my spermatic cord?
No, you wouldn't be able to tell it was thickened, or you wouldn't, because you have to feel lots of them. If you went around and felt like your friend's junk, then you'd be able to do it.
I do that thing where I rest my sack on the flashlight every night.
The translumination?
The translumination thing. So I measure my spermatic cord.
Measure the flow through it.
I measure volume
and flow,
passing through it, and measure PSI, and I measure the width and circumference of it.
Nightly.
Yeah, and the hue. James?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, don't worry about cancer.
Very unlikely. Very unlikely.
You're fine.
But you feel something growing in your testes, you should have somebody else, a doctor, check it out.
Okay. And also I want to mention that passenger injuries from airplane turbulence have declined this year.
They have.
It was in the Wall Street Journal.
Oh,
really?
My God.
Injuries, but not deaths.
Right.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, down what? From 0 to nothing? Drew, he's just getting mad. He's just getting on me because my... we sit here every night. We have to listen to these public service announcements that really don't seem to address any of the problems that we're currently having in today's society.
Let's not think about it. Let's move on.
I get fired up.
Anna's got the exact opposite problem of our last female caller.
Anna does?
Anna, the guy that goes too fast, Anna has a different problem.
Anna?
Yes, hi.
What's up? 24.
Yeah, I'm 24. I'm dating a guy who's 36, and he's a little bit too much for me. I mean, I climax within the first, I would say, like 5 to 7 minutes, and then I kind of get bored, so I need to rest and stuff, and he just keeps going because it takes him really long time to finish. So I was wondering if there is any psychological, physiological.
No. Guys just have their own sort of wiring.
Yeah.
Now, the question is does he have any way to control this or make it shorter?
Right.
And he would not be inclined to do that unless you tell him.
He might be.
I mean, if he might be relieved to do it, but
he might be inclined to do it without being told. I mean, if he knows. How long have you guys been going out?
For about 6 months now.
Yeah.
And it seems to stay consistent. It doesn't really change.
How long does it take?
Up to 25 minutes.
Yeah.
And it's really wearing me out. It's not something that...
Okay, is he thinking you're enjoying it after you...
I think he's thinking that I'm supposed to enjoy it, and...
yeah, I see.
Well, but you clearly have your orgasm. Maybe he thinks...
He figures there's more in there.
Is he...
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, go ahead and tell him that you're getting a little bit sore, and
tell him anything more than 10 minutes is just ouch.
Yeah.
It hurts you.
And see if he can do it.
And there may be ways he can sort of bring himself closer before he even starts the intercourse, and he'll ask him if there are ways.
Oh, give himself
All right.
a BJ?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
And and oral sex with him, it's not. It doesn't work at all.
He's no good at it? Or?
Yeah, here, if I ever heard someone talking about me and just sort of did this, oral sex with Adam is just, he's not, I would kill myself about the fourth stammer.
You would? Or you wouldn't do a touchdown dance?
I would just fall on a ballpoint pen if I ever heard that. Adam with the oral sex, yeah, he's, he doesn't understand. That's just it's so bad. Yeah, I knew it was bad by your third stammer.
Does he know that you don't like what? Is it his technique?
No, I think his technique is perfect. But
what's the problem?
I don't know.
You don't like it?
Well, how could his technique be perfect and it not feel good?
It's just, he's doing everything right. I'm able to climax and I'm happy, but...
With oral sex?
Yes.
Repeat the
what's
the complaint.
Problem? Yeah, what's the problem with oral sex then?
No, I mean, my problem with myself performing oral sex with him is that he doesn't climax from it at all.
Oh, you performing on him?
Yeah.
That's the part you don't like.
Right. Because
I
I'm
see.
enjoying it, so I would like him to be happy.
Yeah,
and
all right.
satisfied and,
Yeah. Is this guy, is he uncircumcised, circumcised?
uncut.
Uncut. Interesting. Late bloomer sexually?
I don't think so.
He's had many partners before ye?
Being married twice.
That
doesn't mean anything.
Could
No
mean
kids,
two and not too much sex.
Yeah.
Been married twice.
That sounds so weird already.
Yeah, what's the story behind him being married twice? He's 36.
I guess it's just me making wrong choices, or
You're going to have to find out
Hold
some
on.
more detail on
You've
that.
been married twice?
No, he's been married twice. No, I'm not getting married anytime soon.
I know, but I said, what's the story about, being married twice at age 36? And he said, it's just me making bad choices.
No, it's he making bad choices.
He
I
making
Oh,
guess.
bad choices.
I guess it's just he making bad choices.
Supposed to his making bad
Oh,
choices.
okay. I suppose it's just he making bad
You
choices.
better find out more about that and really get some detail. And don't believe the sort of BS brush that he gives you. There's something's up with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, bad choices, horrible choices. What the hell? And don't be surprised. And he has a big role to play in this. In
And
the
by the way,
failures of those marriages.
he's 36. He's been with her for 6 months. I mean, he could have had 2 failed marriages under his belt by 33.
Right.
No problem.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Take a break.
Yeah. David,
Yes.
18-year-old girlfriend is going away to college.
Yep.
You have a girlfriend who's 18 and you're 16?
Basically.
Oh, you little pissant. How do you work that? What goes on?
Well, we went to the same school, and
So what?
what?
So what? It must have been a small school.
Yeah, it's a pretty small school.
Was it a private school?
Yeah, it's private.
Oh, man. You get to do that. In high school, you don't get to do that.
In real high schools.
In real high school, you don't get to do that.
Right.
There's no 10th grader going out with a senior.
What, the other seniors would kick his ass?
There's no commingling. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it doesn't exist.
Wow.
You don't have the same classes
Right.
for the most part. And it's like, no. What are you,
Yeah.
high?
Yeah.
I'm not talking to you. It's weird. I heard about this in 16 and then small school popped in my head that second trip. Awesome. I got to get back to a small school. All right, let's take ourselves a break. We'll come back with David. She's going off to college. He wants to know what to do with her. We'll answer his questions after this.
1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine.
LoveLine with Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. We'll be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Talking about getting it on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Got to get it on. No choice but to get it on. You sneezing, Drew?
Oh, my God.
David,
Yes.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Drew's sneezing away. Not a
Something.
hand near his face, by the way. Just blowing his snot
You know,
rockets.
they're advertising now. They're advertising. The recommendation
Don't
is
put the hand.
don't put the hand
And you
up.
shake hands.
You put your arm up, which is what I'm doing. You're supposed to put your arm up or
Sneeze on your
sneezing
sleeve.
and coughing. You're not supposed to put your hands up.
Well, that's if we're going to be
No.
touching each other.
No.
No?
It's transmitted on the hands.
I know, but we ain't touching.
This
No?
is how
What
stuff
are you-
is transmitted. It's
what are you-
on the hands.
Yeah, but from making contact with other people.
Or stuff, and fomites, and whatever.
Fomite. I got your fomite. Sneeze in your sleeve.
Yeah, that's what you're supposed to do.
They should have 6 shirts. You know, it's like a
Rip 'em
changeable Kleenex pad. If you're right-handed, we put on your right shoulder. If you're left-handed, we put on your left shoulder.
Yeah.
A little mentholatum bomb under the collar.
Sure.
Like an old pitcher put a little Vaseline under the bill of his cap. You know, there's a shirt you
Just
wear when
sign a
you're
shirt.
sick, and people know you're sick. Oh,
stay
stay
away.
away from Drew. He's wearing a sick shirt. Everybody,
That's good.
Scarlet S on there.
Someday.
Oh,
Another
please.
thing that's ahead of
the
your
sick-
time.
Oh, 100 years from now, when everyone's walking around with
Genius.
sick shirts, and
Yes.
go ahead,
Roll, I
David.
never heard of him.
He invented the sick shirt and the attack crows and the heated sofa. Go ahead, David.
Yes.
So I'm going out.
Wait a minute. What private school do you go to?
It's called Montclair Prep. It's in Van Nuys.
Yeah, I know that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Beat us in the CIF finals.
Yeah.
When I was in high school.
Drew, 1946. Drew was in high school. Wait a minute. Montclair.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's off Sepulveda?
Yeah, and Roscoe.
Oh, you know why? It's a horrible location for a high school. Let me tell you the only salvation. You guys are directly across the street from Dr. Hoggly Woggly's Tyler, Texas barbecue.
Yep.
Have you ever eaten there?
No, but I've seen
What?
Oh.
Why not?
Breaks my heart.
I'm eating there.
We
David,
actually like the Taco Bell that's actually down the street.
Kids, poor dumb teenagers.
They know what they got.
David, would you do me a favor?
Yes.
Please arrange a field trip to that Dr. Hoggly Woggly's and do yourself and your belly a favor.
All right, I'll do it. Dr. Hoggly Wally.
It's
across the street.
You know the place across the street with the smokestack that just barrels cow perfume?
And the picture of the pig chicken chasing the pig with a cleaver.
No, it doesn't have that. Smell a lot of fat waitresses, a lot of fat guys staring in the window before it opens, and the world's greatest barbecue.
All right.
Do you know the place I'm talking about?
Nope.
What?
It is almost directly across the street, although maybe you don't enter from Sepulveda.
No, it's off of Lanark.
Oh, you don't enter your school from Sepulveda?
No, it's...
All right. I did the math.
Yeah.
All right, go to Dr. Hoggly Woggly's. Do yourself a favor. Wait,
what city is the school?
Van Nuys.
Van Nuys.
Okay.
It's on Sepulveda.
Right.
I know where it is. Every time I leave Hoggly Woggly's, I walk out and I see Montclair Prep, and I think, you little pukes. You don't know what life really is. And then I get in my beautiful car and drive up to the hills. Yeah, go ahead.
Hey, what's the question?
All right, so I just started going out with this girl who's now going off to college.
Where's she going?
USC.
Well, she's going to be in town, though.
Probably
Yeah, I know, but
closer
it's
where
still
you-
like with all...
It's
I
going to
don't
be
know.
weird.
It's just I hear totally different things. Like my dad's like, "Don't do it because college parties. She meets other guys. She'll end up
talking to your
doing
dad.
other stuff with other guys."
It's
And
novel, I know, Adam.
I know.
But he's right.
Things.
He's right.
so, and I
That's how I
calling
asked
in
your
just
mom.
to see what.
Yeah.
I'm with your dad. But particularly if she were going away to school, I'd say forget
Well,
it.
what does she want to do?
Well, like we talked about it before, and she's like, "Well, we don't like to think about like not really getting like a real relationship right now because it's just hard. Basically, because what I'm talking about."
Have you guys made whoopee?
Not yet.
All right,
forget it.
Don't
Forget it.
do it because
Yeah.
that sets the hook.
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, buddy.
All right.
You want to make love? Go make love to that brisket platter across the street over at Dr. Hoggly Woggly's. Makes me angry, Drew.
What's that? He hasn't eaten there?
Yeah, first off, it's the only reason to go into that neighborhood.
No kidding.
And I've met guys, and they're like, "Yeah, I'm out on Sepulveda and Roscoe," and I'm like, "Oh, fantastic!" I mean, horrible. You know, it's like living in Beirut, but you're right next to Dr. Hoggly Woggly. Oh, yeah, I haven't tried that place. You know how I get angry about
Yes.
nothing?
Yes.
I'm exceptionally indignant about this one. Are you kidding? Me and Jimmy made the pilgrimage over there a couple weeks ago. Oh, in person. Ate in the joint.
Nice.
Old school. Keeping it real, Drew. Paige,
Yeah.
you're 14?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. What's up?
Not much. I recently went to a party and someone spiked the punch, and I hooked up with my boyfriend, and then I hooked up with...
So you didn't know you were drinking alcohol?
No.
Oh, come
Until
on.
the next day when I had a hangover.
No, come on. That's
You can't
ridiculous.
taste it?
You can taste the alcohol? You didn't know you were getting intoxicated?
Well, hold on a second. Let me just say this in her defense. If you took some really sweet, syrupy, sappy, crappy punch, you know, where you float the big sherbet island in the middle of it, and you took something like Everclear that just had a very high alcohol content but was clear and didn't have, and you went light with it.
Yeah, I can imagine you couldn't taste it, but you wouldn't notice you were getting intoxicated?
Not if you were 14 and didn't really necessarily know what it was to get intoxicated.
The only way I can imagine that happening is with GHB.
I've never really been drunk before.
All right. Well, I'm with you. We're
All right, so what's the question?
We're hanging with you.
Okay, well, I hooked up with my boyfriend that night, and then I hooked up with my best friend's boyfriend. And
What do you mean hook up?
What?
What does it mean to hook up?
Like, made out.
Okay.
Made out. Okay. What does it mean to make out?
Like French kiss.
French kissing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Sounds very tame by LoveLine standards.
Good.
What?
Go ahead.
Quaint.
Continue.
And what's the question?
Okay. Well, I hooked up with him, and he's starting to like me now, but I don't like him, and I haven't told his girlfriend, and she's like my best friend, and she's like she likes him a lot, and I don't know if I should tell her because I don't want to like break her heart, and I don't want her to like hate me forever.
Well, you
care so much about her, but you're just going to have to tell her.
Yeah.
Even though you don't like this guy.
So I should tell her?
No. You should make sure and tell her you made out with him and that you don't like him too, and that you're willing to let her have the guy you've basically rejected. He didn't deem good enough for you, but you've used up.
What in the world?
Paige, why do you want to tell her
Why
anything?
in the world would make you tell her something like that? Do you hate women?
No. Well, I don't know. I just feel really bad.
If you feel really bad, shut your pie hole.
And don't do crap like that anymore.
Yeah, and just stop doing it.
I have a real thing about guilt. Guilt actually bothers me a little bit. It's like,
Go
hey,
away.
okay, feel guilty, and then stop doing that S.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't feel guilty anymore.
Or how about this? How about you go down to the senior center and donate a weekend?
Make up for it. Atonement.
Yeah. Oh, you're going to... Hey, where's your mom?
She's out of town right now.
Is she not available when you're growing up or something?
No, she is.
She's good?
Yeah.
What's she doing out of town?
She's on vacation with my dad.
Who's looking after you?
Oh, she has this babysitter person. Someone from her work.
Really?
Bakersfield.
Bakersfield? There's places of employment in Bakersfield? And there are people going on vacations?
Yeah.
People are allowed to...
Where are they go on vacation?
They went to
Fresno.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. They drove. All right. I picture them getting on an airplane. And that's...
Just wipe that from your mind.
They drove to Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
of course.
They went to L.A. and then they took an airplane there.
Oh, they took an airplane from L.A.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, but
No way. Why? Why would they do that?
And why would they do that?
Why would they drive to Los Angeles and then take a plane to Las Vegas?
Who knows? People have kooky vacation plans. All right, Paige, how's this woman who's looking after you from work?
What do you mean?
You like her?
Yeah, she's cool.
She let you hang at the party the other night?
Well, my parents were home then.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, Paige, do not tell that. I know you need a little drama. You want to mix it up a little bit. Don't tell your friend you made
Stay
out
away
with
from
their
that guy.
boyfriend.
Stay away from the guy.
Stay away
Don't deny it if you get accused of it. Because you did it.
Look, if you were really into the guy and you thought you were in love with the guy, then we could talk. But you ain't into the guy. So don't bother stirring things up, all right?
Okay.
There we go.
All right, she's going to
Thank
tell the
you,
guy.
guys.
Yeah,
Thank
good
you.
luck.
Tell the guy tomorrow.
Yeah, the girl.
I mean the girl. Justin,
Yeah.
you're 21?
Yes, I am.
Hey, Justin, before you carry on 1 second, we have an iTunes giveaway for the first 10 callers that get on the air tonight. They get an iTunes, first 10 callers, 18 or over, get an iTunes gift card valued at $99. Must be 18 to play, obviously.
Why do you got to be 18?
I don't know.
You need some ID or something?
I don't know.
All right.
And then I need help again from LoveLine callers at discoveryhealth.com. Check out the forums and
Yeah.
shows you'd like to see under the thread for forums. I'll read those tonight if you guys get on there and just pile some stuff in.
Write something nice about Drew, otherwise he'll kill himself. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And he pouts, too.
Oh, I do. It makes Adam very angry.
Makes me miserable. So write something nice, otherwise he'll get pouty all night. Go ahead, Justin.
All right. My question is that I was, I guess you could say, making whoopee on last Thursday night with my wife. We've been together for 6 years, been married for about a year and a half. And she just said to me, like, out of the blue, while we're having whoopee, that she wants a threesome with another girl.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the thing, though. This is the kicker, is that we're church-going people. Like, her dad's a pastor.
Yeah.
And we go to church, like, if not every Sunday, every other Sunday.
I know. But most of the guys on death row are deeply religious people. You got to look at it that way, too. It's not like, oh, he's a religious person, never stepped out of line, never killed anyone, never started a war, never cheated on the wife. Nah, I never heard about it. Unheard of, Drew. Never happened.
How does she reconcile?
This would be the first time.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, what a utopia, by the way, we would be living in if all you religious nut jobs would just sort of stick to your crap a little bit and actually do what you claimed you believed when
That'd be
maybe
nice,
you
huh?
don't actually believe it. Here's the thing
How about you just stick to that crap even without religion? Everybody stick to some good lines.
Here's the thing about religion, which is awesome. It's like, you mean you don't agree with turn the other cheek, and you don't agree with do unto your neighbors you would have done it, and you don't agree with the... No, I agree with all of it. You idiots don't listen to it. If you guys would just listen to your own crap, it'd be awesome. They act like that's just a given. Oh, yeah, thou shalt not murder. Oh, all right. Well, good. No, I'll check that off the list. Never going to happen again. No religious person's ever going to do anything to anybody.
Justin, how does she reconcile her religious values with this desire?
She does. I mean, we haven't talked about it. I mean, I'm really like, I'm okay with it. I'm like.
Are you sure she wasn't just sort of bringing up something in the heat of passion?
She had a wine cooler in her, and she thought it's what you wanted to hear.
No. This is the thing: is that like we're our sex life is actually gradually getting better. So Saturday night, while we were watching porn, she was like, yeah, she'd be hot. And then I'm like, so you really want to do it? And she was like, yeah, of course. She was like, but it can't just be. Just can't be any random girl. I'd have to pick the girl, and she was like giving me like it couldn't be a black girl, it couldn't be a white, a white blonde girl. It had to be like a specific type. And I'm like, oh, well, okay.
Nah.
And I'm like, well, where do we find these people? But that's neither here nor there. I was just wondering, like, how, like, I look at
the Bible says, "Seek and you shall find," my child.
Yeah. And, well, this is the thing: is that I think it's like either going to go two ways. She either is gonna dig it, and we're gonna have like a great sex life, great upcoming sex life, and everything's gonna be great. But
awesome.
The other part is that she's just our relationship's just gonna go south, and she's
Justin. We'll just tell you where it goes. It goes south.
Do you guys have kids?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah.
All right, then forget it.
There's something bogus.
I know some bogus about this.
Justin, I'm crying bogus on this. Something's wrong with this.
You are.
Yeah. Oh, now
bogus.
Deeply bogus.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
Man.
Decent try.
That's right. Anyway, but if indeed you were contemplating something like that and you had kids, it's forget it.
Yeah. Here's what's out when you have kids: threesomes, sports cars, and tight pants. No kid wants to see dad or mom in tight pants.
Yeah.
My dad got these hippie pants when I was a kid, laced up in the front and in the back.
No.
Blah. Dressing to the left.
No.
Asymmetrical basket.
Let's take a break. I gotta go vomit.
Me too. All right, we'll take a quick break. Had sex with best friend, 14-year-old sister. Well, at least he's 14. All that after this.
LoveLine.
Okay, wait. My hair.
We'll be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
Hey, everybody, it's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191-er. Yes, Drew.
That's right. And I was admonished by producer Ann for my lack of enthusiasm and professionalism. So,
regarding the iPod.
Right. iTunes giveaway. First 10 callers that get on the air tonight will win an iTunes gift card valued at $99. 18 years and older will win. First 10 callers.
But don't just call. Don't just call to win the iPod, because that's what they're all doing.
I see. All right.
They don't have any questions or anything. They're like, do I win?
Yeah. And you don't win an iPod.
You got to get on the air.
You get the iTunes card, right?
You get the iTunes card. You get to download $99 worth of stuff.
Right. Which means you either get 99 songs or Inagata Davida by Iron Butterfly twice.
Yes, sure.
That's what the $99. It's like $49.50, I think.
What was that Yes song that was so long, too?
Roundabout?
Well done.
Yeah. Well done. That's an easy one. All right, buddy. Drew and I just got back from the bathroom where he actually used a urinal because he
Well, I got in there ahead of you.
Early bird catches the worm, yeah. I had to go whiz in his bathroom.
Stall.
In his stall, noticing the toilet seat that's cracked in half from when I kicked it a year ago. Yeah. Still busted in half because it was one of these stupid things where you put the toilet seat up and you start taking a whiz, and then about 8 count in your whiz, it slowly slams shut and slams your whiz on your shins. So one night I just had an ass full of it. I actually kicked it and snapped it in half.
What's funny is that during the Dodger game, Jimmy made some comment. Somebody said something about you getting sort of aggressive and violent, and Jimmy goes, "That's weird. Adam never, ever gets aggressive or violent about anything." And I'm flashing onto you, jumping onto the console and kicking the the climate control thing off the wall. I'm thinking of you breaking the toilet with your fists. No, never, Jimmy, never. I've never seen him get aggressive.
No, well, I'm mild mannered
until
I reach my breaking point with junk in radio stations. Radio stations are just crap. They're all like old Soviet submarines where nothing works and no one will fix anything and everything sucks and everyone's cheap. And what happened with the thermostat is our old studio was 70 degrees. No. Make it 80 degrees.
80 degrees.
80 degrees at all times. And sweat would just be pouring down my face. And for 8 years, I was begging someone to fix it, and they just never would. And then finally they did it, and it was 80 degrees in there one day, and I went to go change the thermostat, and they had one of those stupid sneeze guards from the salad bar around the thing, like it was locked up, like they didn't want people monkeying with the temperature of the thing. So I just got up on the console and I
leaped up on the console
and I took my Ugg boot and I kicked the thing off it so we could adjust it. Unfortunately, the entire apparatus came off with the thermostat as well.
And then,
but look, I've been sweating in there for like 7 years. F them.
But if you recall, what followed on that was them watching the footage of you doing that on the security cameras, and then you calling those guys to get them to install your Zephyr.
Listen, Westwood 1 was a steaming pile of crap that I would not want a roach to work in that ass pile. And we sat there for like 7 years. Thank you. All right, Drew, what's going on?
Here we go.
Here's the other thing, too. So Drew and I just got back from the bathroom and then back from the kitchen. What's the microwave smell like, Drew?
Enchiladas.
It's
a brand new microwave.
How long has it smelled like enchiladas?
5 days.
Somebody cooked some enchiladas in there 5 days ago, and now when I'm drinking, it tastes a little like coffee, but it's more just like someone put an enchilada in a Cuisinart and then put that into a microwave, and I'm drinking it now.
Yeah,
it's a cafferito.
Caffelato.
Would you like a warm up on your caffelato? It's awesome. You want some sweet and low, or how about some sour cream with that? Was it guacamole?
A little guac in there, please.
Guac floater?
Yes, please.
On your
caffelato?
caffelato?
A little dollop of guac.
A dollop of guac?
Cafferito.
On the cafferito? Yes, it's like I'm blowing a burrito right now, and I realize, what is it about microwaves that hold in the smell?
In the workforce. Not at home. Not so much.
A goddamn sleeping bag doesn't retain as much stink as an all-metal microwave.
What is that?
What is it, and what can we do about it? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, because unless someone is sneaking in there and making enchiladas right now... That could be the other thing, Drew.
It's true, we didn't think about that.
Somebody could be cooking up a batch of enchiladas every single time we're on the air, and then every time during the commercial.
We have to rule that out. Chris, go check it out.
Chris,
quick.
Go make sure nobody's in there making enchiladas.
Okay, I'm on it.
You see a guy with a sombrero napping against a cactus? I want you to come back here pronto.
Okay.
All right. Ironic that I used a Spanish
I thought that was andale.
Andale.
Clever.
Aaron?
Yes, this is Aaron.
14. Got caught masturbating by his mom.
Yes, I did.
She's threatening to tell your pastor.
Yeah.
She's not going to do it.
She's not?
No,
why do you care if she does?
Well,
no,
the
it's
fact
embarrassing.
is that my whole family goes to that church, and it's kind of like excommunication.
No.
Saying S on the radio is excommunication. And by the way, it's also a marker for a bogus call.
Yeah.
About being worried about how the religious community looks at you and you let the S-bomb go in the air.
Excommunication would be an awesome satellite radio advertisement.
Nice. Or just the name of a satellite radio network.
Yeah. Well, they have XM, like when Stern goes to XM. Excommunication.
On their show.
I mean?
Yeah.
No, that's the advertising, He's been kicked off of broadcast.
Yeah.
Excommunicate,
Yeah.
Huh?
It's nice.
Chris, write that down.
He will be excommunicated.
He'll be excommunicated. Communicate next.
Communicating.
Write that down.
All right, man.
And write cafferito.
Cafferito.
And get in there and check out, see if those guys are there making enchiladas.
I think some guys are making enchiladas. Janelle?
Hello?
You're 18?
Janelle?
Janelle?
Janelle. It's Janelle.
What's up?
What's up? Hi.
Hey.
Hi. Okay, I have a question about anal sex.
Mm-hmm.
My boyfriend wants to do it, and we've tried a couple times. I've never had before, and it really hurts really bad. And I was wondering if there's any easier way for it to do it, because he wants to do it, and I kind of want to make him happy,
Wait, first of all, you said you have never tried it, but you're aware that it hurts?
No, he tried it a couple
times. He tried it.
I've tried to with him a couple times, but every time we try, it hurts really bad.
Janelle, please stop. I did an interview for Cosmopolitan about a week ago, and I was sort of listing all the potential injuries from anal sex. And when I sit down, yeah, for them, they'd never actually talked to a doctor about these problems. And when you add in the rectal prolapse and the tears and the fissures and the fistulas and abscess, I mean, it is tremendous what you can do to yourself. Now, if it didn't hurt, you felt good, you wanted to, whatever. But this is something that's hurt. Your body's telling you something. Don't do this. Don't harm yourself to make him happy. And by the way, making him happy just means he's checking something off his list. But Drew, that's all he's doing.
You're like a vegan who doesn't actually like the taste of meat, so it's easy for you to say, you shouldn't. You understand what it does to the environment and farmland and all.
Agreed.
If you're really into anal, you'd give us a whole laundry list of reasons why we should be doing it. It's part of it's part of good anal maintenance to be plunged out of it. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I would go that far, but I would be less stern, probably less easily. Stern about it.
All right, but here's the point: you've tried it a couple times.
That's it.
And look, as a woman, that's all you got to do.
Yeah, you have no obligation.
That's all guys are asking. You give it a shot. It didn't work out. You know what I mean?
He'll be fine.
You tried to go to the show. You struck out. You're going back to the AAA. That's all.
Whatever.
A-hole. Triple A-hole. All right. Cafarito. We'll take ourselves a quick break. Be right back after this.
All right, guys. Here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
the one and only Live 105.
Yeah, my brothers. What's up, my homies? It's the Ace Man. It's my partner over there, Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Drew, any iTunes news?
iTunes giveaways. First 10 callers tonight that get on the air who are 18 years or older will get an iTunes gift certificate, gift card valued at $99. There you go.
Wonderful, Drew.
Yeah.
$99 gets you 99 songs, which is really like getting like 10 CDs.
Yeah.
And that's like about $170.
There you go. Perfect. Here we go.
Check that out. I use that iTunes. You use iTunes?
Oh, yeah.
You do?
The kids do, too.
What do they do?
They download songs. They spend a lot of money before they...
before they check it with Drew. Well, a lot of money.
Before they realize what they're doing.
A lot of money with Drew is $8, by the way.
It's a lot of money for 12-year-olds.
I know. I can remember hearing the ice cream truck and have my dad shoot me when I don't even think about it. Look, it's like, what are we, the Rockefellers? Are you kidding me? You got a bomb pop like 2 months ago. Are you high? I just think like the ice cream truck was a big deal. Drew, you got to train your kids. Oh, wait a minute. Who am I talking to? Janelle?
Yeah?
Are you telling me we're talking two Janelles in a row?
Or is this the same Janelle?
No, this is a different one.
It is a different one, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Drew, how many Janelles do we speak to?
One a month, maybe.
One a month?
A quarter?
I don't even really remember speaking to any in a few months. Chris, you remember any Janelles?
Nope. Negative.
How's it going? Are you graduating?
Oh, yeah.
What happened?
I ran your brother at Starbucks.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he was sort of evasive about the graduation thing.
You can look up evasive later in the junior college library.
Yeah, I still don't know either, but I won't find out tomorrow. They're going to post it tomorrow, but I can't go to school tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
So I have jury duty.
Oh, you have jury duty?
Yeah.
All right, now let's talk about the Michael Jackson thing.
But if you're a student, you don't have to go to jury duty, Chris. Come on.
Junior college, though, they might have to make exceptions for junior college. All right, hold on a second. All right, let's let's talk about the Michael Jackson trial. Go ahead, Drew.
I was surprised. I think everyone
You were.
was. Yeah. However, I had a strangely positive feeling about it for multiple reasons. It was weird.
Yeah, I feel like Michael Jackson is just sort of a injured soul.
Yeah, a sick guy. And he needs
a sick guy
with horrible
who
boundaries.
Sort of needs to be reined in, and I don't know, let him use his money to help the children's and
right.
However he says it.
That, and then I like the idea that the reason that they sort of went not guilty on everything is they're sick and tired of people that sue and manipulate and use the system. It's like, we'll have nothing to do with you anymore. It's your law of only 2 suits in a lifetime. More than that, we don't believe you anymore. Right?
Look, I would overhaul the judicial system in a heartbeat when I'm in charge, and the first thing I'm getting to work on is the lie detector. Yeah. Now listen to me. Do you see these jurors when they interview them after the thing?
Yeah.
It looks like something you scraped off the floor of a junior college cafeteria.
Did you see these guys?
I did see these guys.
They were like grandma and grandpa. They're hardware store.
No, not the ones I saw.
No, that's all there were. There were older men and women.
I saw someone who didn't speak English, but I don't know who that was.
There was one Asian woman and a bunch of blue-haired white ladies, and a couple older guys.
I saw what, but I looked into the you know when you look into the eye of evil, and you know what I looked in the eye when I look in the eye of stupid, I know it. A lot of dumb on that jury.
Maybe a couple.
A lot of dumb on that.
I
jury.
saw a bunch of.
All it takes is a couple of Nimrods. You did not, Drew.
I swear to God.
Go pull up pictures of the jury, would you, Chris?
Yeah, they were all like retired old gentlemen and Santa Barbara citizens.
I don't know. Then look,
which I thought was kind of nice.
I didn't have the sound up.
By the way, it's a bunch of old white people vindicating
how
this,
dare you,
this poor
Drew.
guy. It was nice.
Yes, I see what you're saying. I see where you're going. Here's my point. Let's get the lie detector test working. Let's also work on my tack crows. Here's the deal, everyone. The lie detector polygraph test been around for 50 years now?
Easy.
Okay. Had some bugs. Worked it out pretty well. It's probably I don't know, 90% accurate now, right? Not better than the current juror system that we have?
Interesting.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What? Like, people are like, well, wait a minute. How do you know that this device is not, it's got to be 100%? It does? Where's OJ right now? Where's Michael Jackson right now? Where's Robert Blake right now? What about all the brothers that are had to be let out off of death row in Illinois a few years ago because they found out like half of them just shouldn't be on death row? What do you mean? First off, don't give me that 100% crap.
Yeah.
We're maybe 65%. I don't know, maybe less.
Yeah.
Who knows where we're at? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have this theory that, like, look, it doesn't matter whether OJ actually killed his wife and Ron Perlman or not. It matters that the system works, that he gets a fair... Really? No. We've lost sight of the whole thing. They're only there to figure out whether the guy did it or not. That's it. That's all we need to know. And if we can find out in the first 10 minutes of the first day of the trial, good, we're done. Everyone go home. We don't need the process. The process is figure out whether Michael Jackson diddled that little Mexican kid and figure out whether OJ cut the head off of his ex-old lady. That's all we need to figure out. And this lie detector, and here's what I'm saying. We're a few years away. Drew, I'm standing up for this. I'm so passionate about this. Here's all I'm saying. What does this cost us? What do these huge trials cost us?
That was $4 million.
$4 million. $4 million we could have put into research of this and testing of my lie detector. Now, here's what we do. We don't just do it in this country. We get the entire world to get in on this one. Hate to say it, we may have to call in the Germans. Mexico, you guys chill. We're going to finish this up. We'll get back to it. But don't worry, you'll get one too. We just got to, we're cool. I mean, we're okay.
You just say.
Just say. We have to get the Germans in here. We have to get some Swedes in here. To get some, we got some Japanese in here.
For sure.
We got to get everybody in on this one. The greatest scientists of the world, they get together on this one. The stuff we've learned about brain activity in the last 5 years is more than we knew in the 500 years before that. Yes, Drew?
Yes, Adam. Yeah.
Okay. Now, we don't say we're going to finish this in 8 months or even 18 months. 5 years from now, everybody gets together. The world's scientists. Mexico, chill. We'll give you one. Just hold on. Let's finish. We get everyone together, and we all work, and we start testing, and we research, and we do it. And now we have a machine that's been tested with millions of people, all different cultures, different countries, sexes, everything, and it's 98.65% accurate. Good. Now, first off, we could get there. We could do that. And what are we now? I mean, everyone knows Michael Jackson probably did a little diddling, and everyone knows Robert Blake probably did a little this, and O.J. did a little that, and those are just the ones we know about. Plus, what about the innocent guys? You know, we harp on the guilty guys. Worse, have the poor guy who's third strike, wrong place, wrong time, brother man, can't catch a break, you know, three-time loser, and he gets some court-appointed guy who ain't so enthusiastic about defending him. What about him? You know what I mean? I mean, everyone's thing is like, well, you can't have this piece of technology. Innocent people would be railroaded. What about innocent people not going to the joint because they take this thing?
Yeah.
And it becomes like the breathalyzer. You get pulled. And by the way, the breathalyzer, unrefutable. There's no breathalyzer. Everyone's fine with, right?
Yeah.
You get pulled over. Cop thinks you're drunk. Blow into that breathalyzer. No, I won't do it. Oh, get in the car. You're guilty.
Yeah.
Why? You wouldn't blow into it.
Yeah.
Guy who never had a drink that night would blow into it. Guy who didn't kill his wife would take this.
Yeah.
So here's the deal. First day, boom, and we just do everybody. Here's the 10 guys we think killed Nicole Brown. OJ, you're one of them, but then we got this guy. You know, we got Cato's going to do this, and the gardener's coming too, and the guy who drove the limo, and then she's got a couple of guys she was dating. They're coming in too. Everyone's coming in. We'll just test everyone. All right. Then if you're guilty and it's a capital offense type thing, then we can slow down the process and start talking about, you know, putting the finer points on it. I don't say you go right to the gallows that afternoon, but the point is no more juries, no more stenographers, no more anything. And by the way, you know how many juries have been bought off by like the mob and the mafia over the years?
Oh, really?
And just people bought off, and now they just buy it off by just having enough money. I mean, you got Marcia Clark and Chris Darden up against, you know, 5 of the smartest people on the planet who are getting paid millions of dollars. They're not going to win. They don't have the resources. And if they were any good, they wouldn't be, working down at LA County.
Right.
So it's already an unfair fight. You already can buy your way out. And here's the thing about my lie detector. It does not see color. It does not see religion. It doesn't see sex. And it doesn't see bank accounts. It doesn't see anything. It's a mechanical device. Couldn't be more objective. And you're hooked to it, and there's witnesses, and it's plugged in, and that's it. And everyone's like, you think this is better? Yeah, it's better. Think about how flawed the system is, and think about how expensive it is. Oh, we got the judges and the court appointed this, and the bailiffs and the stenographers. It's all done. It's all done that afternoon. Pow. Not millions of bucks. Gone, but pow. And the amount of money we spent on, you know, O.J., Robert Blake, and Michael Jackson could have built 3 schools. Yeah? It's a device, size of a suitcase. People get trained to administer it, and that's it.
All right.
And it's for everything. It's for everything, Drew. It's same one use, murders use on petty theft. Yes?
Yes.
All right. But no personal use.
Oh, no?
We don't need the old lady getting hold of this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that'd be bad. Bad times. Of course, there will be a home unit one day.
What went on at the bachelor party? Oh, you know, it's your pin to tell me.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah, we don't need that. So, lie detector. Hey, find out, Chris. Find out how accurate the polygraph test is now anyway.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go. We'll take some calls in the meantime.
Why not? Why
Go back
not,
to Janelle.
Drew? Why not?
I'm with you.
And as a society, we're satisfied. Are you sad? But you know, because with Michael Jackson, are you satisfied? Oh well, I guess this means he never touched anyone.
I just like the message goes out to people that sue. We're not listening to you anymore.
I love it. I love the message that says listen, chick, listen, nutball. You try to sue a casino, you try to sue a bunch of other celebrities, you try to sue everyone, and now no one believes you. Good. That's the way it should be.
Yes.
There should be a limit on the amount of suing you do.
Yes.
And that's that. And then if it actually did happen, something actually happened, I'm actually glad you can't sue because all the other false lawsuits you brought up before this.
Right.
Fine. I love you people to get punished. I wish you'd just die. Really be a better world. But the point is let's get this device in because there's no satisfaction. Do you have satisfaction with Robert Blake? Do you have satisfaction with OJ? Do you have satisfaction with Michael Jackson?
No.
Do you feel like you know?
No. I don't feel like I know, but I feel like I have satisfaction.
Just with Michael Jackson, you don't feel satisfied,
No,
do you?
No, but I have remarkably good feelings about the whole thing.
You do, but you still feel like the guy's probably done something in his life, and he's going home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hope he learned something. I guess well.
Yeah, I don't know what he's learned. What do you learned about keeping your hands off women?
Well, how dare you?
Well, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying.
Come on, Drew, knock it off. Let's go. We need your folks some work now.
He's an opiate addict, and maybe he's bottoming out.
He is? How do you know?
He was treated for opiate addiction in London, remember?
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
See how that works?
Janelle, go ahead.
Janelle?
Quick, before Adam goes on another diatribe.
What?
Before Adam spouts off again. Come on, here we go.
Okay.
Here we go. Janelle, you speak, quick. There we go.
Yeah. Well, basically.
No. Took too long.
Come on.
Took too long.
Come on.
All right.
Break.
Go ahead, Janelle.
I've been with my boyfriend for a long time, and everything sexual is fine, except more recently, a couple weeks ago, when I was performing oral sex with him, he...
Is that a question?
Huh?
Yes, you were. Yeah, hold on.
Yes,
Let's review the tape.
What?
Okay.
Yes,
okay.
you were.
Yes, you were performing. Not well, but yes, you were performing. Looks like that's what you're attempting to do.
Okay, go ahead.
Technically, you were performing oral on him. Go ahead.
And instead of semen, it came out pee. And he wanted me to swallow it just the same as I would if it was, the other stuff.
Who says chivalry's dead, Drew?
And what did you say to him when he asked you to do that?
Well, I was just so shocked, and I didn't, I just kind of spit it out, but it happened again, and the same thing happened, and he's...
Again on a different evening?
Yeah, a different evening.
Did you have a discussion about what he was doing? Are you sure it was urine?
Yeah. Yeah,
Why?
definitely.
Why?
No, well, it wasn't, like gooey and white. It was
Yes, sometimes guys are very, very thin and clear.
really...
Yeah.
Well, because the same thing, it felt, to him, he said it felt the same as but I'd been with him for so long, and it had always been the same way for,
No, guys, he's been masturbating more lately probably, and it gets very thin and very liquidy.
Yeah.
That's not urine. Yes,
Yeah.
that's not urine.
Well, he...
Okay, and-
If he said, I feel like I ejaculated,
Yeah,
some fluid
it
came out of me. That's not urine. It's almost impossible for the guy to urinate when he has an erection anyway.
Tell me about it every morning. Same thing. All right, Janelle, that's not urine.
Okay, well...
It didn't smell like urine, did it?
No, but...
It's not urine,
All right.
please. Recent research reveals that the accuracy of the new computerized polygraph system is close to 100%.
100%. And everyone is like, well, yeah, but what about that 1%? Well, yeah, but what about that 45% that we currently deal with? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Look, let's just put it's close to 100%.
Critics calculate the accuracy in the 70% range.
Even 70% is a much better shake than most folks would get in court, pro or con.
Wow.
Yes. True. The point is we're about there. Let's just focus on it, and we'll turn every courthouse into a tech school, trade tech.
So their sort of conservative estimates are 87.5%. Their claim is close to 100%, and critics say 70%.
Still all much higher than what we're currently dealing with. I think.
Yeah,
what do you think the current system is?
Well, certainly people who are guilty aren't likely to get sentenced.
Think about bang for your buck. Think about how much money it costs. This is just a device. Just hook them up. Nothing.
And this is
Nobody.
before the world scientists get a hold of it.
This is before we go to work on this thing. 5 years from now, it's done. We test and test and test, Drew. You understand?
Here we go.
What's so precious about our system? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is it the best system in the world? And everyone always does that thing where it's like, well, it's it's flawed. It's lots of time things happen. It's the best one we got. But this one could be better. You know what this is like? This is like the NFL letting instant replay in. We have the technology. Let's use it. Yeah, but the official said he was out of bounds. Yeah, but don't you want to really know if he was out of bounds or not? Isn't it more satisfying?
Yeah.
And this is life or death. Okay.
Lori, 23.
Hello, Dr. Drew.
Hey, Lori.
Adam, right on.
Thank you. What part of the population, besides those effing trial lawyer bastards, what part wouldn't be down with this?
You're right.
What part of, as I said, Governor Schwarzenegger said, look, we're going to use this thing, and we're going to use it in California, we're going to save $20 billion a year. Here we go. Everyone just pile right on through. Traffic tickets to murder. It's all going on. Find out whether you did it or not, and then you'll just be judged accordingly. That'll be that. Yes? Well, okay. Isn't that the point? Don't we want the guilty to go away?
You're right.
And most certainly the innocent not to go away?
Maybe we don't.
I don't think we do. I don't think that's the deal. I think we're in love with the process.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lori.
Okay, Dr. Drew.
Okay, Lori.
You know why? You know why? Because people say with righteousness in their voice, they're like, look, I'm sure O.J. killed his ex-wife, but they did not prove beyond a reason. Would you shut up with that stuff? Who are you talking to? Right. We're just trying to decide whether he killed her or not. That's all. That's all everything is for. That's all the court was built for. We just decide, and then we do something with him. Becomes some sort of sport, some sort of game. It's like, yeah, well, he deserves to walk because they didn't do a good enough job of convincing the jurors.
Well, it also becomes a way of sort of expressing social attitudes and making
this gets rid of everything. Yeah. There's no race, there's no religion, there's no anything anymore with this thing, and no one can cry foul because it's just a piece of metal. Go ahead, Lori.
Okay, I've been on Celexa for 3 years for depression and anxiety, and it doesn't seem to be working. So today the doctor gave me something called Cymbalta.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just curious, Dr. Drew, if you knew anything about this, because I know it's a fairly new drug.
Yeah, it's actually called dualoxetine. It's a dual agent antidepressant like Effexor or venlafaxine, and it hits both the serotonin and the norepinephrine, the noradrenergic system, and it's fairly effective, about the same as Effexor. It's very popular right now. They use it a lot with people who have headaches and pain and that sort of thing. I personally have not seen it to be more effective than Effexor, but it's not a bad medicine. Usual side effects, sexual dysfunction, that kind of stuff, but stronger than what you've been on, so that's a reasonable move.
All right. Just found out his father was gay. Andrew?
Hello?
Oh, bogus.
Hey.
What's happening?
It's kind of a long story. You have to hear the whole thing to really understand it fully. My mom and my dad got divorced when I was 5 years old, and I was never allowed to see my dad, and my mom never gave me a reasonable explanation why I couldn't see my dad. And my mom raised me in a very strict religious setting, and within the past, I think 5 months ago, I moved in with my dad, and we talked just before I moved in with him, and I found out he was gay.
All I know is that Andrew's depressed. That's the only thing I know so far.
Can't stop thinking about my lie detector.
Mm-hmm.
And then my tack cross.
Mm-hmm.
And my heated sofa.
Must have. So what's the question, Andrew?
Why you're depressed? And why didn't your dad try to get hold of you in all this time?
Well, he did. It's just my mom kept me kept me away from him. Did everything she could so that I couldn't speak with him.
All right. So what's the question?
That's not a reasonable excuse on your father's side.
Right.
Pinning it all on your mom. True. Could you imagine? Oh yeah. No. You just head over to the house.
You'd show up at the school or something. Yeah.
Yeah. Like a maniac. Yeah. So?
But my question is, right now, like, I accept it because, like, I kind of have to, because, like, I live with him. That's just how it goes, and I have to, like, you know, but, like, I don't know if I'm going to resent it when I, like, resent him when I'm older, like.
For being gay?
Well, not being gay, but just for, like, putting me in a situation where I see him and his life partner together, and also, like, not telling me until.
No, if you resent him at all, it's going to be for not having been in your life. I don't think this sexual preference is going to make a big difference.
All right.
Really.
But Andrew, little
depression,
little therapy for that depression, baby doll,
or something,
because something's going on.
This is a guy that might respond to your classical music and sports and stuff.
Classical music and exercise, baby.
Yeah,
firm regimen, building character, one loser at a time. All right, you ready to take a break?
I am ready.
All right. We'll take a quick break. Be right back after this.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
Yeah, LoveLine. Woo, get it on. Got to get it on. No choice but to get it on.
And I think we've given away our iTunes for tonight, but for tomorrow night, call again the first 10 callers that get on the air with a question, not a bogus question, a real question, will win an iTunes gift card valued at $99, those of you who are over 18.
That's right. 99 songs, everybody.
That's right.
That's all you need.
BA1.
All you need is 99 songs. I got that iPod. And then, like I said, everyone does that thing where I'm like, well, I got the iPod second generation, and there are people like, oh, yeah, but that only holds 2,400 songs. I don't know 2,400 songs.
Well,
no, seriously.
Now you can do slideshows and stuff.
Drew, were you sitting here with, I don't know who, was seriously looking me in the eye and just basically telling me that, 1,800 songs was not enough to get him, down the street in his car?
I don't remember that, but
it's like, I was like, yeah, 1,800 songs, that's plenty. Oh, dude, no way. You'd be, they give that BS answer where you go, you think you listen, you get tired of 18? You'd be surprised. When people use, you'd be surprised, like I use, yeah,
or
but
when
still.
When the day is done.
Yeah. Oh, no, you'd be surprised. Like, oh, yeah, sure. No, I mean, that's how it goes. You hop in your car, you drive down the corner to grab a quart of milk, and you're burnt out on the 2,300 songs.
Sure.
That's how it works.
Yeah, of course.
That's exactly how it works.
Yeah.
All right. You ready, Drew?
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah.
You're 29?
Yep.
What's the deal?
What's happening?
Well, I've been dating this chick for about 3 months now, and sex has been good, and all of a sudden, just this past Saturday, she asked me to, I hate to say it sounds weird, but poop on her.
What would make you think that would sound weird?
No, that's cool.
Well, because I wouldn't, it's pretty disgusting to me.
On what part of her? What part of her?
She wanted me to poop on her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was on top of her, and doing the regular missionary position, and she said, "Well, can you get on top of me and poop on me?" And I was kind of like, "What, are you joking?" And then I was kind of like blew it off, kind of like kind of thing, like, yeah. And then she asked me, "Well, if you won't do that, can you pee on me?"
Talk to us about this girl. What does she do? What's she all about?
She's a
Hold on, Chris.
Banker.
Do you think you could produce on her?
Yeah, that's not an issue. It's just I don't know whether she's a sicko and I should run. Or
hold on.
Produce a number 2?
Yeah, if I really, I guess. If I really wanted to, but
as you said, Adam, that's not exact science. There's a sort of a
no, it is not
a component of the nervous system that is not under complete volitional control there.
Yeah,
and you get a little shy action there.
No, a lot of guys can't take a whiz at the airport.
Right, but especially number 2.
But yeah, 2, I'm not a circus monkey. I can't just produce. I'm going to need a little heads up. Like, first off, you should be going through my assistant. That would be my thing. Yeah. I'm going to need a couple days advance notice. I'm going to have to vary my diet. Yeah. I'm going to have to work this out. You know what I mean?
And the timing, every timing issue. Not the multiple kinds of timing. Time of day.
Yeah.
Time of
It'd be funny. It'd be funny. Like, I'd try like 8 times, and you just see her pass out, but she would wake up with a nice surprise on the comforter. It's like, what happened? About 4:30 in the morning, it came. I'm sorry, it was loose. Yeah, loose stool. Bad times. Chris?
Yeah.
I'm halfway between believing you and not believing you.
But might as well go with the believe. It's such a creative call, even if it's bogus, man.
Yeah, it's basic, though. It's not that creative.
It's delivered well.
Yes, okay. I'll go with you.
And there are people that do this crap.
Mm-hmm.
You should excuse the expression.
Yeah. What else do you know about her?
Well, she's a banker. She seemed like, a good catch. She's pretty, she doesn't drink very much. She doesn't smoke at all. And, she's kind of the girl you take home to mom. And that's what's so surprising to me and kind of threw me off. She wasn't the freak you find at the, at the bar, that's been with every guy. You know what I mean? She's kind of like just a really normal person that you would just think, the kind of like, as a guy, you're like, oh, this is a marrying type. But then,
have you found anything else about her history? Is she abuse history or anything weird going on?
You know what? She doesn't know her father at all. I know that her mother has gone through, a couple different marriages, and that's what she's seen her whole life.
Something happened to her along the way here. Something bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Chris, if this is true, well, I think you have to duke on her. No, I think...
Let's just call it produce.
I think you need to talk to produce. Drew, what do if you're Chris? Are you into her? Do you think you may fall in love with her?
It's going that way. It definitely is. I mean...
All right.
I think you get out before it's too late.
Really? Deal breaker.
Yeah.
I can't figure out if Chris... I can't... There's a bogus...
I know, but let's just have discussion.
Tinge to this. Here's the thing. If there's nothing bogus about this, if I was talking to Drew's son, and he came up to me and said, told me this exact story, I would say,
wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Get out of there.
Yeah.
Damaged goods. Sorry. And he'd say, but I'm really in love. And I'd say,
then a little
this you're not going to be able to fix this one. It's too tall an order for you. It's all the king's horses and all the king's men.
So we address this criticism up front. How dare you? These people are just into these things. You're being so judgmental just because they're into some bizarre sexual activity doesn't mean there's anything wrong with them.
Flawed.
It means something.
It means something big.
Something big.
Yeah.
Now, is it irreparable? No.
It needs to be. It is like a single hold oil tanker that ran aground. It needs to be contained now.
Yes.
Get the nets out.
Yep.
And contain this baby.
I agree with you.
And it ain't going to happen. It's going to bleed all over the sound.
If he were, for whatever reason, super motivated, you'd say, all right, go at it. Good luck. Enjoy. But if he's sort of, Now, what if she said just the pee part? By the way, isn't that mostly the guys that want to be peed on?
Yeah. Once in a while, you'll nail a chick in the shower, just for fun when she turns her back to you. But
that's just sport, though.
Oh, that's sport. Yeah, you're just doing that. You're just doing that for sport. All right, Drew. Look, so we're saying walk away.
I'm not. Don't make any choices for it. But we're saying contain the spill.
All right.
Before.
Yes.
You spill.
Before one of the seagulls gets covered in it.
Yes.
It's so sad to see the birds covered with the oil, Drew. Jeremy.
Yeah.
20.
Hello? Yeah.
Bogus.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too.
What's up? You got me?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, my question is, I've been dating a girl for about 10 months now, and I'm out in California for an internship, and I'm actually living with her family for the summer. And her mom I met, a couple months into the relationship, and she's always like really flirty lady. Her mom's like late 40s, early 50s or so, and she's been really, really blatantly hitting on me lately, especially this last weekend when her girlfriend went out of town. I mean, when my girlfriend went out of town, and to go visit some friends in L.A., and she was trying to get me to like cuddle with her on the couch while watching a movie, and then was like, why don't you sleep in my bed, because her husband was gone on a trip too. So it's just me and her, and it's all pretty weird. It makes me really uncomfortable. I love my girlfriend and stuff, but I just don't know if I should tell her that her mom is blatantly like hitting on me. And
No, just get out of there. Very simple.
Get out of the relationship, or
get out of that house.
Okay.
Get out of that house.
Well, how long are you supposed to be here for the whole summer doing an internship?
Yeah, till August actually. I drove out here from Texas.
Where are you doing your internship?
In San Diego.
Where?
I'd rather not say the company over the phone.
What kind of company?
Just a finance.
Finance company.
Yeah.
What's the job you do exactly?
I'm internship in the finance department, just accounting, that type of stuff.
All right. Listen, I dig the internship. More people ought to do it. Why not, Drew?
No, it's fine. I'm just...
You don't believe him?
When you have an intern, you know exactly what you're doing.
Well, he knows what he's doing. He just doesn't want to tell you because he doesn't want people listening.
No, that doesn't make you... doesn't withhold you from saying the job you're going to...
No, I mean, it's just like a gopher. You know, look, we would have interns at the Man Show. They didn't do anything. They just got coffee.
Well, they tell you that's
yeah, but all right. No, that was good enough. Jeremy.
Yeah.
Is your girlfriend back?
Yeah, she was only gone for the weekend, but that's when it really kind of came to
Where'd you meet your girlfriend?
How old's my girlfriend? 19.
Where'd you meet her?
Oh, go to college with her.
Okay. Look, here's the deal. Hang out with your girlfriend. Don't hang out alone and drink wine coolers with mom. You're fine.
Just don't be alone with the mom.
As a dude, you don't have to do anything. Just don't respond.
Yeah.
You're not threatened.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Chick, you're in a threatened, vulnerable situation. As a guy,
Yeah.
just don't get in that uncomfortable situation where you have to tell Mrs. Robinson to piss off.
There's history is replete with stories of women, though, telling lies if guys don't respond, kind of thing. Claiming things.
Yes.
The point is, this is a dangerous woman. She's
very
dangerous.
effed up people,
Yes.
but not ones who are worried about their husband.
But she's dangerous. She's
Possibly.
dangerous, and you just stay away. Just you get out of the house if you possibly can.
Ugh. I got this temporary crown on my tooth, you know?
You still that post in there?
That's the other side.
Oh.
It's a disaster. My mouth's like someone put a grenade in my mouth. That's really what it's like. I got this temporary crown, and the inside of it, it's like they didn't do a very good job of sculpting it, and the inside of it has some sharp burrs on it, and it's sort of cut my tongue and like irritated my tongue. So now every time I eat, I bite into a nectarine or something, the acid stings my tongue. You know when your taste buds get screwed up with it or whatever, you get sensitive out?
Yes.
So it's like burrs inside my tongue, inside. It's on the inside naturally, where the tongue keeps scraping against it.
Go ahead and file it down.
I'm doing it tomorrow. I was thinking about just doing it myself, actually, because I got tools. I could do it. But here's the thing. Yeah, miserable. I had this horrible thought. I cursed myself. The chick who was doing it was like, basically like one of my mom's friends, and I'm just sort of lying there, and I'm like,
she's a dentist?
My mouth's open. No, but the dentist finished her work and then bring the chick in to do the thing, So I'm lying there and I'm like, and she's, mixing up the epoxy and getting the sculpting thing. And I thought, first thought was, she's a pro. Next thought is, she's a chick. And I thought to myself, she knows what she's doing. Then I thought to myself, you know any chicks who you trust working on your house or working on your your car, like doing some detail work on your car or something like that?
Women make great surgeons sometimes.
Yeah, and then I thought, chicks make jewelry. They make jewelry and stuff like that's intricate stuff. And then I thought, she reminds me of one of my mom's goofball friends. I'd rather have a guy who's like a carpenter, like a machinist. Like I want some German guy who's bald and salt and pepper on the side, thick glasses. You know what I mean? Antisocial type.
Normally that makes watches.
Wearing a weird leather smock.
Yeah.
Looking like Marathon Man, leaning over me. And
or Benny Hill.
Right. So, not Benny Hill.
Yeah, Benny Hill in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I don't want to hear wacky sax playing while the guy's fixing my teeth. You know what song Wacky Sax is? All right, anyway. Point is I'm just looking at her going, I'm running through all this stuff in my brain, and then she finishes, and I'm like, it's fine. Then later on, I cut my tongue, and I think, damn, my mom's friend. See, call me old-fashioned. I like a dude with that stuff.
Tonight you've hit an unusually intense sexist pitch.
Thank you.
Something's on your mind. Something happened.
Really? What else has been sexist?
I know, but I really was noticing that. You're like a lot of the Natasha.
Maybe it's the constant pain of my tongue scraping against that burr on my tooth that has driven me, and I have this woman's face just seared into my brain.
Yeah, could be.
I just remember thinking when the dentist left, "Where are you going, buddy?" Got this old lady in here now. Yeah, I'm screwed. All right.
There we go.
Hope they're not listening because I got to head in tomorrow.
Oh, nice.
Take a quick break. Be right back after this.
1-800-LOVE-191.
LoveLine will be right back.
The one and only Live 105.
My brothers and sisters, what be happening? It's LoveLine. I'm Adam. That's Dr. Drew.
What?
Yeah. What date is it today?
It's the 13th.
Oh, okay. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Let's hop back to the phones and speak to Holly, who's 18. Holly?
Yeah?
What's up, baby doll?
Sorry, okay. So, my boyfriend wants to get this, like, Prince Albert hybrid piercing.
Hybrid?
It's like this tube goes up the urethra, and it's like wedged.
Prius Albert.
I'm just thinking to myself already, what could be in it for him? But go ahead.
Yeah.
And he says it's going to increase our sexual pleasure, but I want to know if it's going to hurt me.
It can. It can hurt. And I've yet to really talk to him and that was genuinely enthusiastic about it. They like the idea of it, some women, but actually changing the sexual experience, I don't think there's such a person out there.
Really? So it could hurt me?
Well,
would it tear the condom?
Yeah, you have to get reinforced condoms. You have a special kind of condom.
Isn't this sort of training wheels for your penis? If you think about it, like, look, buddy, if you can't go into battle with just your sword, if you got to bring a pistol into battle, where's the nobility in that? Do you know what I'm saying, Drew?
And pistol is too useful a tool. It's like more like you're wearing spurs, but you're not riding a horse.
Yeah,
like,
but I have a certain amount of pride. Like, look, if I can't get it done with my tongue, my honker, and my fist, and my trusty strap-on butt plug. No, if I cannot get it done with the honker and the tongue, I will step aside. Do you see and gladly lay my penis down and walk away.
I'm just thinking about
defeated in shame.
The hybrid instrument you may come up with someday, the tongue honker.
Tonker. Yeah. Caffarito. Drew, this is what it's come to.
It's bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Holly.
Yeah?
I'm sorry. I'm lisping tonight because of my damaged tongue.
It's okay.
All right. Look, I don't understand it. I don't trust it. I don't like it. I don't trust it. I don't trust this guy. I don't like that.
It's not as though it can have a magical effect on your sex life. It really isn't.
Okay. How about you be 18 and just be horny? Can you do that? That's the best effect you can have. All right.
Okay, well, thank you.
It's good enough. It's fine.
Bye.
Here's the thing. It's like someone saying, I'm skydiving, but I'm bored. I'm going to start doing anal poppers after I jump out of the plane. It's like, look, if you're having difficulty getting a rush from skydiving, you got a problem.
Right.
You don't need to do a line of coke while you're plummeting toward Earth at 130 miles an hour.
Yes, agreed.
If you're 18 and you don't dig sex, something's up.
Or it's not that he doesn't dig it. You have to up the ante in some way.
Looking to up the ante. Well, yes. To me, in a way, that's not digging it. Drew is a man of passion. Go back.
I'm wondering what they're up to. We really have to talk to them.
Turn the calendar back to those passionate glory years of yours.
See, I think...
looking forward to sex, there's nothing about improving it. Improving it was doing it more for you.
So I think some of these kids are sort of thinking that they're going to sort of advertise more or attract a certain kind of person more, which they might.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible, I suppose, but you're not going to change the experience more.
Maybe porn, the internet, and these horrible chick magazines have upped the ante to such a point where people feel like they're getting chipped. True. Let me float this fart
listening.
your way.
All right.
I think these it's like, I really feel like I see my wife sitting around and she's reading these chick magazines, and it's like, who's looking hot on the red carpet?
Right.
And oh, there she is. It's Brad Pitt and his new lady, and it's this Ewan McGregor and his new lady. And look how hot everyone. Look at Angelina Jolie, and everyone looks flawless, and everyone looks amazing, and the flash bulbs are popping. And I think my wife sits there and stares at it and goes, what am I doing?
Yeah, you
Why am I not there?
My husband
How come I'm not on that red carpet? Why am I not in that fabulous dress? And I think guys look at that magazine or any magazine and they go, wow, look at that hot chick.
Gotta have
look at her.
Yeah.
Man, look at Brad Pitt. He's with her and he's with her, and I want to be with her. Why can't I be with her? I think it breeds a lot of envy.
Resentment. Yeah, envy, yeah.
I think the first thing is envy.
Envy's a very dangerous feeling, by the way.
It ruins your life.
Yeah.
Because you're sitting there and you're going, why am I not there? Why am I not with her? Why doesn't my old lady look like this old lady? Why doesn't my suit look like that suit? Why don't my abs look like his abs? Why does my car look like his car? Why doesn't anything like anything? Then you start building these sort of fantasies, and the media helps it. It's like, oh, then they go back to their palatial state. When they're not there, they're hideaway in Hawaii, and you're like, oh,
yeah.
Oh, that's what I want. That's what I need.
Also, by the way, it makes it probably dangerous to be in that position because people start thinking, I got to take them down. Because that's what envy is. Envy is a need to diminish.
The people aren't. And then the guy kills himself 6 months later, and you realize he never was happy. But here's the thing. We're exposed to so much of this stuff now.
And imagine you're an adolescent, too. I mean,
you're 13 and you watch Entertainment Tonight, your head's exploding. Well, we're going to Monaco with Tom Cruise and what's her nose from Dawson's Creek. And, they're just, everyone's, we're on a yacht.
Today Show's doing Where's Tom Cruise? That's the Today Show.
Oh, really?
They're going back to hard news, though.
Right. Okay, the point is, when they say they're going back to hard news, I mean, news is hard. We're going to do this fluff crap. I think that's what they mean, Drew. You didn't interpret it the right way.
You're right.
News too difficult. We're going to the fluff. Here's my point. I think everyone's getting caught up into this, and I think they're getting less and less satisfied with their life.
Yes, I agree.
And I think in my day and in your day, 18-year-old guy, 18-year-old chick getting it on, man, you couldn't do any better than that.
Yeah.
Give me a van. We'll park it down by the lake, and I'm going to bone my girl all night long, and then nothing's going to get better than that. Yeah. Now, got up the ante.
Yeah. They're going for the anal sex. They're going for the piercings.
Right.
Yeah. I want to have what Fill in the Blank has.
It's empty.
Yeah.
You'll never look that good. You'll never F that good. You'll never feel that good.
So,
unplug your TV. All right, now I got about 9 hours of TV to watch when I get home.
And Wednesday night, Discovery Health Channel.
No, that you can watch.
Yeah.
Or you go home and watch what I do, which is engineering disasters on Modern Marvels. Yeah. You just watch suspension bridges plunging into the Potomac with cars filled with people in it, and you go, whew, glad I ain't in one of those cars. Then you go to bed and you feel better. Meanwhile, my wife opens the magazine and she's pissed at me. You see how that goes?
Yes, I see.
All right.
So
go home and watch a bunch of engineering disasters and be glad you weren't there.
Watch horrible footage of disasters. I mean,
turn on the
things
history.
Happen to people.
Turn on the History Channel. Watch a B-17 filled with 19-year-olds just go into the German countryside on fire.
There you go.
And realize those kids never saw their 20th birthday. Yeah. And then you'll look in the mirror and smile and go to bed. All right? All right. And you'll get with me on wanting to bomb Germany again. Take a quick break. Be right back after this.
All right, guys, here's the deal. Looking to hook up? Call the Dateline. Sick of wasting time with the wrong person? Call the Dateline. One call's all you need to make. Call the Dateline.
1-877-889-DATE.
If you need help,
call LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191.
The one and only Live 105.
Well, that's the show, everyone. Thanks for listening. Bob Burnquist in here tomorrow night from the X Games. He is, I think he's the bicycle guy who's done a few flips.
Cool.
So we'll take ourselves a extendo break. And until next time, it's Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Adam with the oral sex. Yeah, he's, he doesn't understand.
Yeah.
No.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or the station. The producer for LoveLine is Annie Gold. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.